And mini map is not working. Uh, Aloha and welcome to today's episode of The Hidden Archives. I almost said Spirit Bureau. I'm sure we have some people who are still attached to that name, but alright. Welcome to today's episode of The Hidden Archives. Today's episode is Cabin Terror. You can speculate what that actually means. I know Bifrost has come up with I swear I'm going to have to borrow that idea. Anyways, so let's just get right on into it. I do want to say one thing. I do want to express that our hearts and souls and spirits go after the people of Ukraine. May Russia come to their bloody senses eventually. I'm not sure if that will happen, but who knows. People of Russia, rise up against your psychotic, psychopath dictator. Rise up. And so we start things off. You are on the ranch. Kwai and Ira have moved in with you on the ranch. And they've each been trying to I don't think Russia will see it either yet. The fucking stupid fake news crap. Yep. We all know who exactly Putin got that from, but I digress. Kwai and Ira have been having some trouble getting used to things here. Kwai, for the most part, has been trying to grow a garden like she had at the tower in Kalrun, but the range is just not cooperating. You don't know why. That's a story for another time. Ira, on the other hand, she's been having some difficulty with it herself, and you've often noticed that she's been kind of off on her own, away from Kauai, which you think is kind of strange, but you receive a call from a woman who is really desperate for help, and her name is Mrs. Torbarson. Mrs. Torbarson. I will type that out in the chat. And the reason she calls you is her husband, he died a few months ago. He actually died close like towards the end of 2742 of last year. And it is now the 41st of Kiloron of 2743. And her son, Sor, has just been... He was just having a terrible time with it. He was really close with his father, and it really hit him hard. And with her husband gone, she was just trying to figure out some way that they can stay afloat, you know, and that came. It all came to a head that she had to sell the family cabin. But Sword didn't. He took this really hard, and he said, "I want to go go to the cabin and spend a few days there, and just reconnect with Dad." And and she said, "Go on, go right ahead." And she let him go, but that was now a month ago. She hasn't heard from him since, and she has been frantically doing everything she can do to find him. But the Magi Guard have tried looking in the area, that they couldn't find anything. She is turning to you as her only hope. She tells you that this cabin is up in the Cascade Mountains in Atlantia. There's a town called Velishran that is nearby to the particular woods where that cabin is. And what do you do? Hello?
Mrs. Torberson, did your son have a ascending stone or other means of being able to keep in contact?
He had a comm stone, yes, and I have tried it constantly, every single day, every single hour almost, and I have not gotten a single answer.
How remote is the cabin?
I am going to actually link you the map, since I have it right. I have it up here. It's my mini map. There you go. It is in this little swath of woods in the south central part of the Cascade Mountain Range, nearby to Velishran. And Velishran is surrounded by a lake. And kind of in the middle there between the Cascade Mountain Range and the Crazy Mountains.
Now, were you able to normally reach people by comstone at the cabin? Is it within range? Because I know in some places it can be so remote that there isn't a way to reach people.
Yeah, in fact, he would call me. He called me as soon as he got there, and he called me once or twice. The first day, and second day he called me once, but something seemed off, and then the next day I tried calling him, and there was nothing.
You said that he wanted to reconnect with his father. This was a place they went to often together?
Yes.
When you spoke with him, did he talk much about reconnecting and how that was going?
The first day, yeah, he talked a bit about his father, and but the second day he didn't mention his father at all. He just seemed off and would answer my questions with one or two words, and that was it.
As if you were distracted.
I guess.
Did he have companions or friends that lived in the area? People who were going to come in and check in on him?
No. There was no one else around that cabin for miles.
And was he planning to subsist off of, the local animals or plants, or would he go into town from time to time to pick up supplies? Was that the expectation?
He, from what I gathered, he stopped off in Velishran and picked up some, junk food and stuff, and took that with him to the cabin.
So it's been a little while then. Certainly we'll want to take a look around. We'll also want to talk to anybody in the area, neighbors and the like. And we'll contact you if anything comes up. Did the Magi Guard give you information about our organization and what we do in general?
No. I actually got your information from another town that you helped, Nor. I got your information from some people in Nor.
Okay. Well, we will be in contact with you as soon as we get more information. Of course, us working on this is no guarantees of anything, but our goal is to try and make sure that we help those that we can, and we do have operating expenditures, and I will share with you, how that tends to work. But I think you'll find that the cost is worth the peace of mind.
Yeah. Whatever you can do, please.
Certainly, I'll talk to my companions, and we should be. We do have an airship. We should be able to take off soon to be able to go and pursue this. Anything more that you think of, please contact us.
Certainly.
And we will let you know what we find when we get there.
Certainly. Thank you.
With that, Torek is going to.
I think we just
Cut
had
off.
a knock on the door.
So, Torek, hanging up the comstone, turns to a couple of the people in the ranch and says, "Okay, we need to start preparing things for travel to
We just had a knock on the door.
Atlantia." Well, no, I understand. No, but we're going to first, I'm going to inform people that we need to prepare for travel, that we have
Yeah.
a thing to deal with, and then Turok will go to answer the door.
All right. You answer the door and Meek, take it away.
Yeah, you have to look at it, you notice that Taurus looking left and right. Like, hey, down here.
Oh, fascinating. And your name would be?
Meek. You see like a 3 feet tall, maybe 3.5 feet tall mouse folk, mostly white, but little tan to it.
Yeah, he has an easy mirror.
And you see it. Yeah, you see like a little goggle on his head, and you see like a fix look like experienced in a while a little bit. Yeah, came here as a asked some questions like, "Hey, you see some seen some weird shit going on around here? Because I've been trying to track these things.
Things. Yeah, we have weird things around here all the time. What are you trying to track?
I seen weird shadow beasts, and I seen some weird animals acting weird, especially around this area.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would say that there's a lot of weird things around this area.
yeah, this ranch is about 512 acres, so there's a lot of it that you haven't actually explored.
Oh, certainly not, but there's been plenty of weird since Tarak joined them, and that
Yeah.
was, you know, that was recent as compared to some of the people in the building.
Mhm.
So, you came here looking for weird, and you've definitely found perhaps one of the centers of weird. Were you looking for something in particular?
Well, it's more out of curiosity than anything else.
Well, if you'd like to come in and say hello, we've got quite a number of unusual people here too that you could talk with. But we're actually in the process of preparing for a trip, so we can't offer you like a full tour and all the hospitality we normally would.
And Koi comes up behind you, and she says, "I'm not unusual." What's that?
Oh, what's what?
What's unusual mean?
Unusual is the best description for who you are, but it's not an insult.
Oh, okay. Is Ira unusual?
I think pretty much everyone here is unusual, and that's a good thing.
Snowy! Tarek says you're unusual.
Did you see any of the unusual Neckos around here? Because I keep running across some.
Oh, I find them all the time. I hid them up in my room. I have friends!
As long as you make sure they get fed, I'm okay with that. You'll need to clear out any accidents they may leave behind, though.
Yeah, me hears the word nickel. I was like, ears kind of going down. Oh, nickel? You got cats? Oh, crap.
Very, very small ones. My meek friend. You don't need to fret. I have to say I deeply respect your sense of self. The fact that you're willing to share with people your meekness is impressive.
Okay. Actually, one of the reasons I came here, of course, understand what's going on here and out of curiosity, see what the hell's going on out here. Weird things, weird sounds, seeing
Oh.
weird things.
Lights in the sky, the ground doesn't seem to want to grow things, but we still have a thriving herd of Bytor. You haven't met our Gablurians yet.
On that note, there was a small patch of land that Koi just couldn't grow anything along the front of the house. But she found another spot about 50 feet away where she thought the soil looked good. And yeah, it started growing things a little too much. It started growing extremely rapidly and out of control. She couldn't control it. You know, she can normally control her plant growing powers, but she couldn't control this. This was growing out of control, and Ira had to come in and freeze it.
If you saw the heap of frozen kudzu, that's just an experiment. It's fine. It's
Okay.
it's a sort of ground creeper. It not native to the region, but it sort of took over that area over there. Long story. Welcome in. Come in. There are beverages and there's light food, and people prepare. We've got to. I'm sorry. We're trying to mobilize here. We need to get ourselves to Atlantia relatively quickly, and we're going to be taking our airship. So you feel free to ask questions around. I'm going to go and see what I can do about getting that done. Perhaps you can show friend Meek a couple of the more interesting things you've seen, and Maybe if Meek is up to it, you can introduce Meek to our ghostly guest upstairs.
I haven't met.
Ghostly, get wait, what?
I haven't
Ghost.
met. I haven't met that friend yet. Where is he?
Oh, I'm not 100% sure. I know that Bifrost will probably be able to tell you, but I don't have the gift. So if you look around, you might see some strange shadows or the like. There have been more spirits here, I'm told, but so far there's only the one, and it's not harmful, and it doesn't want to talk to me. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm gonna go deal with situations right now, and feel free to look around.
Yeah, Mick hears after he hears you say spirits and all. He's like, wait, hold on a second. What house is this? Where the? Oh shit! You're looking around frankly. Oh, really? Oh crap!
Yeah, this is Fox Hollow Ranch. Welcome to Fox Hollow Ranch.
Yeah, have a welcome up.
So not trying to be rude, but Tarek feeling the pressure to get things moving and the like goes off to try and figure out what things need to be packed and what food will need to be there, and waking up Rune so that Rune can take us.
Yeah, Rune's kind of conked out in the library.
The other thing that he's going to do as well is he's going to try and get a hold of someone. Like, I know there are supposed to be prices, and Tarek doesn't know what they are, but he knows that there's, bills that need to be paid and supplies that are needed, so we're going to have to cover our bills. I assume because we're the hidden archive, that part of that is taken care of, yes?
Yeah.
So, fair prices. We don't want to be exorbitant.
Yeah. That's the benefit of now being part of the Wayfinder Society officially.
Yep. So while he's looking for that, though, Meek is sort of free to wander about, and there are a variety of people, many of whom are busy with other things and sort of confused as to why Tarek is bustling around.
And yeah, Snowy or Ira, you don't really see her in the house. And Koi says, I'll go find her. I think I know where she is.
Okay. Well, I don't know if he met the goblins or not. If he did, he probably just pulled his bow out real quick. Hey!
They're friendly.
Oh, yeah, you don't need to defend yourself in here, unless you see a man in a top hat. You're perfectly fine.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Your ears drops out a little bit. So, what? Top hat? What the fuck are you talking about?
He's an unusual person.
He's a bad man. He's very bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry for bringing it up, Kwai. Has anyone seen... I'm trying to find... We had a whole bunch of gallons of water that we had saved aside, and I don't know how long, I don't know how fast the ship is. Give me a second, I'm sorry.
1,000. 2, 1,000.
Tarek goes hunting to look for Rune and ask Rune how long it's going to take and how many days of supplies they're going to need.
Okay. Eventually, you get everything all settled, and everyone's packing up into the airship. I take it Meek is coming with.
Hey, why not? I'm kind of curious now.
Doesn't want to be left alone with the goblins and the ghosts and the other things on the ranch.
Noticing that unfortunately we have one of our members who is in a state of stasis, we will also pack away. Well, actually, two of our members will be packing away on the ship. One as an NPC and the other one as an object who is currently not moving at all. Because I assume that our automaton
Yes,
friend
yes.
is not functional at the moment.
Yeah, she's kind of in stasis. You're not sure.
It it,
You're not sure how long she's been in stasis, but
it it's been a little weird since the Coliseum because I know that they've been speaking off and on with Bifrost and then going off on their own and coming back again, and it's confusing. Um, so you're going to be joining us on this. Have you ever done investigative work before?
I did a bit of scouting.
Scouting, that'd be excellent. We're going to be in a more natural environment, so that would be incredibly helpful.
Yeah, able to calm the situation. I can read the air a little bit. I got some senses.
Okay, that sounds interesting and unusual. So as we're packing up,
he is an Izmir.
so as we're packing up, we do see Koi and Ira are also planning to come along.
Yeah.
When there's a moment free where Koi is not like hovering around, Tarek is going to sort of gently bump into Ira for a moment and say, Penny, for your thoughts.
Oh, I'm just having a hard time with everything. I mean, Kalroon is the only home I've ever really known, especially lately. And when Crystal took me in, I thought that was it. I finally found home, but I know Koi is worried. She doesn't need to be worried. She's not losing me. I'm just having a hard time dealing with all of this.
When you have a moment, it might be good to let her know, not maybe all of it, but just simply that, when you'll be available. Because if she knows that you're not drifting away, it'll be easier.
Alright, thanks.
But at some point, I'm going to have to share some stuff with Koi because I'm a little concerned that she's going to be aware of some things, and I probably will need to bring you in on it too, especially if the two of you are going to be sharing a lot together.
She is very sensitive and intuitive, so...
Yeah. Sometime, I don't know if it's on this trip, but sometime when the two of you have some free time and we have some privacy, I need to go over a couple of things because it'll make things easier later.
Okay.
Yep.
So, you head off and start flying towards Atlantia.
That's an incredible reflex.
Start flying towards Atlantia, and you get to Velistran a few days, not a few days, a few hours later.
Long trip.
Just a few hours. you get to Velistran. You land the ship outside the town, and as you, I assume, go ahead off into the tavern, maybe ask around about some things. Koi and Ira go off on their own. Ira's taking her aside and want to talk to her for a minute, and you head off into the tavern and roll me perception checks. Meek might want to spend a story point.
Wow.
Wow, great one.
Sniff there. The first one someone farted earlier is like, wait a minute. Blew out my nose. I should breathe again.
You are listening around in this tavern. This tavern is crowded with a bunch of people, and you see a group of people kind of huddled around a table nearby, and you overhear, "Hey, have you heard about the glowing orb, the deadlight? Yeah, this this deadlight, it's luring people to their death, isn't it?" And another one says, "Yeah, my friend just went missing a couple of days ago." What do you do when you hear this?
Tarek is not hearing this. Tarek is up at the bar talking to the bartender and asking about, whether they saw Soar recently and, if he had been in and if he picked up anything here or
Yeah.
talked with anyone.
Yeah.
So, yes, I'm completely ignoring that.
So, Meek, what do you do when you hear about this? What do you do, Meek?
Yeah, I just stop. It's like, deadlight. Well, it's dead. It's got a word in it. It means something. It's light. It's beautiful dress.
Make me an occultism check, or maybe if you have, say, the lore skill from like Ghost Hunter or Eldritch Researcher, you can roll that for me.
Alright, got lower spirit.
That's
Now
not
I've
very
heard of
good. That's so what they're talking about is they're describing a glowing orb of light that's been seen flying through the woods nearby.
Well, if it's floating around in the woods and it is, he put him as a, well, that's not natural.
And it's said that that it's luring people to their death.
Yes, Soar Torberson. Young man, should have been in from out of town, but probably staying up in a cabin up in the forest, sort of that way. You've not seen him at all.
Yeah, actually we saw him about a month ago, but we haven't seen him since. Is he okay?
Yeah, well, that's what we're looking for. We want to see if he's okay. No one's heard from him in a while.
And then Tarek, make me a perception check.
Okay.
Beak is rolling very badly today.
No kid, I'm trying to get all the bad rules out of the way.
So, Tarek, with that 25, you notice a woman approaching you from behind you. She's wearing a long, flowing red and white dress, and she's got long red hair.
Does she look like she's trying to approach in my blind spot?
She's just approaching you casually.
Eric turns and leans against the bar as if he's used to women approaching him from time to time.
I do wonder, where is that lovely automaton. I've seen your folk around from time to time. I've not
My
seen
folk.
you. I've not seen you before. Oh, your group. What do you call yourselves again? The Spirit Bureau, I believe.
Interesting. All right. Not the group I'm part of, but you seem interested in talking. What do you want to share? Tarek sort of sizes her up as he's standing there, not
Yeah.
not in a predatory way, but just trying to figure out what this person's about.
Okay, so roll a perception check if you're sizing her up and such.
Okay.
So you don't know what to make of her, but the look she's giving you, the look in her eyes, something about it you don't like. And at that
What's your
point,
description?
she has a white skin. She has long red hair and a flowing long red and white dress.
Okay. Yet another one of those situations where the player may know more than the character does.
Yes.
Yeah.
At
So-
that point,
Can I roll to see if I have a bad sense about this person?
sure, roll a
Wait.
perception. 28. There is something about her that you it just seems off. And at that point, at that point, Koi and Ira come back inside, and as Ira glances over in your direction, Tarek, her eyes land upon the woman. Her eyes are wide, and her jaw is ready to drop. It's almost as though she's seen a ghost. And she mutters a single word. Mother? And as she does, the woman turns around and for a moment seems taken aback and then recovers as she turns away and starts towards the door. But Ira pushes her way past the crowd and stops her. Mother! She says, and as she catches up with her, I thought you were dead. The woman tries to brush her off and says, I really have no idea of what you speak. As she tries to push her way past Ira, but she won't let her off that easily. Child, you really must learn to respect your elders.
Am I within 15 feet of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So Tarek will not step in. Ira can usually handle herself well, but he's going to stay within 15 feet.
Okay.
He's keeping a clear eye on this.
Okay. And at that point, Koi comes up and she's trying to pull Ira away, and she says, the dark taker, she's bad. And but Ira pushes Koi off. I think I would know my own mother. And the woman, make me a perception check.
Okay.
And
Ooh.
you think she's just realized she's not getting out of this, and she changes tact and she says, And no daughter of mine would be dating another lady. Such is just wrong. Your father would be ashamed. Now, if you let this all go, he doesn't need to know about your indiscretions. And Ira says, and what kind of mother lets her daughter think she's dead and leaves her alone on the streets? If anyone should be ashamed, it's you. Koi is sweet and caring, and I love her. And make me a perception check again as you see the look on Koi's face.
Nice.
Koi seems taken aback when she hears this, but then steps in front of Ira and says, "And I left Snowy. You will not hurt her." The woman seems really taken aback by this show of force. I sense a power I've not felt before. Ira, have you been dabbling in magic? I'm impressed by your resourcefulness, though it doesn't change anything. And she leans into Ira's face. I disown you. You can take your little girlfriend and go. Maybe go to a little island somewhere, far away from my sight. And with that, she's gone. And as Ira is reeling from this encounter, she sits with you, and with Koi next to her, she has her arm around her, and she says, Luna, that's her name. Astoria was her family name before she was married, probably is what she's going by now. She always would say I came from noble blood, but there wasn't a single coin left to me. Probably hid it all somewhere, so I had nothing. She always made people call her Lady Luna. Whether I'm of noble blood, I don't know, but you heard her, she's disowned me, so it hardly matters. And Koi replies, you always have me.
After a moment, Tarek can't help it, and he starts laughing to himself, and it just sort of bubbles over. And he's just laughing, and he's like, I'm not making fun of you at all, and I get that this is really disturbing, but, like, this person faked their death? Is that correct?
I guess so. I'm still shocked. I really thought she was gone.
And then she left you to fend for yourself, and you formed a new family, right?
Yeah, with Koi and Crystal.
So what did she take away from you? She just took away nothing. She already took it away before. It wasn't. This is just her saying the words because she thinks that they're going to hurt you. And does that have any power on you whatsoever? I mean, can she somehow deny you the life you have now?
I guess not.
So it's kind of sad, isn't it? That she's so desperately afraid of who you are and what you are that she feels she needs to, pull power on you, decide what your life will be like?
I really don't know. I wish I knew.
Maybe we'll find out.
And
But
I heard about the curse that from Bifrost that she put on all of you, and it seems to spread to everyone. I'm really sorry that my mother placed that awful curse on you. If I knew anything about her craft, I'd try to break it, but she's always hid that from me.
That automaton talks about the curse a lot. I sometimes think it's a little preoccupied,
I
but
I know she worships some spirits, but I don't know anything beyond that. Dark spirits, according to Kawaii, but I don't know if that's true. She always had a reverence for nature, much like Kawaii, part of what drew me to her. She reminded me of her. I mean, she wasn't always like that. There was a time she was sweet and nice and loving. That's the Luna I know. That was almost like a different person.
are you sure someone's not using her identity for themselves?
I'm not sure.
Well, there's nothing much we can do about that right now. And we do have a cabin we need to go and do some investigation at, but take the time you need. There's not it's not likely that a couple of minutes is going to make the difference one way or the other.
I'm fine. I've got Kawaii. And
Which is more than she has at this moment.
Yeah. So, Meek, do you tell Tarek at all about the deadlight?
I don't think I rode hard enough to know what deadlight is. Wait, he hasn't heard that. Yeah,
Right.
after that drama, he just decides bring it up to think about deadlight, but he has no idea what it is, what the nature of it is. But he heard rumors about that some light that leads people to their deaths.
And
Dead light, okay.
Tarek, you could make me an occultism or whichever lore skill would be appropriate. Oh dear gods. That should be trained.
I'll try this
that
one.
should be trained.
It is trained actually. It's a plus 11 and it says it's trained, so I don't know why that came through as untrained.
Yeah. So spend a story point. That's better.
Okay.
You believe that these stories could be talking about a ghost star. A ghost star is a ghost Mystimon, not unlike a will-o-wisp. But it's exactly what the rumors describe. It's a glowing orb of light, often said to lure people to their death. For what reason? And for what reason, you don't know. Scholars are really conflicted about these stories. Ghost stars have been recorded, but not well studied.
Are they they're Mystimon, so they're a natural kind of creature
Yeah,
and not spirit related in any way.
yeah. But apparently, there's a ghost star in the area.
Hmm. Well, that might be a problem for us, and this time frame would be pretty bad for that. But
That's how it's
okay,
spelled. Just for
we should
reference.
probably keep together then, just in case.
Probably.
So I'm thinking that we're going to need to go back and make sure that I think we're going to need to make sure that Giovanna um,
Casey.
and Casey don't leave the ship unless they leave together if they're going to come and join
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, so they should stick together until Giovanna's out of stasis.
Giovanna, come out of stasis. So, you and Meek and Kwai and Ira head out into the woods. And you make it to the cabin at around midday. And make me perception checks, both of you. Got 19. And Meek is still not rolling very well.
Nope.
Tarek, you notice as you're approaching the cabin, some sort of light in the windows that seems to go from one side to the other. It seems to go from the left to the right.
Like swaying lantern or something?
You're not sure. It was just a light that was there for a second and kind of moved towards the right.
Any color?
It seemed to be a glowing yellow light.
Okay. Yeah, so it might be that there's someone inside, so my thought is maybe we approach separately. Maybe I go to the front and knock, and you folks move around and keep your eyes open. Just in case.
Does that go with you, Meek?
Sounds good so far.
Alright. So, Meek takes Kwai and Ira and starts going off towards the back of the cabin.
Yep, going around back. Trying not to make any noise.
Okay, so this cabin is... This cabin
Nice.
is, it's a big cabin. It's a bigger cabin than you thought. And it seems to be nestled in to the cliffs. And the stairs, there's a couple of sets of stairs on either side of the cabin as you come up to the porch. And this porch comes up to this big glass window. Of course it's glass. This big window that kind of stretches from one end of the front of the cabin to the other. And then there's a door sitting there at the left-hand side. And when you saw this light, it kind of was going across the front of of this big window on the front. And then, Meek, as you come along to the side, you find that there's another door down there. And on the left-hand side. And Tarek, as you come up to the front, I take it you're going to knock?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a little weird not to knock when you're just coming to visit.
Okay, so you knock on the door, and Tarek, off to the right hand side in this big window that covers the front of the cabin, and a very small patch on this window, you see some steam form on the front of this window, and then you see something. You can't see anything in there, but the letters HELLO start appearing in this steam.
Hello. I'm just coming to investigate. I was hoping that Sor would be around. Are you a friend of Sor's?
More steam forms, and it says FRIEND.
Wonderful. Um, would you know where Sor is? Can we talk for a moment or two?
And then you see this glowing orb of light appear, and it comes through the window and greets you. It's kind of is swirling around you, and then it flies off into the woods.
Hold on a second. Oh, great. Um, well, that's not so great. All right. I need to find the others, and uh, you got to come back. I can't follow that fast.
it comes back. It starts floating next to a tree that has a big boulder next to it.
A boulder next. Oh, okay. Excellent. I have some friends, and they're going to join us too. Do you have a name?
It pops. It seems to go into the tree now.
Okay. By the way, does this look anything like a ghost star is supposed to look?
Yes, it's definitely a ghost star.
Okay. So,
But make me
something.
another lore check.
Sure. Nope.
Okay. Never mind.
Nope. Nope. I'm clueless now. Like, maybe they never met a friendly ghost star. That's kind of cool. Um, I, do you mind if I take a look inside while my friends are coming around, so that way I can just make sure everything's okay here?
And nothing seems to happen.
Okay, so Tarek is going to check the front door. Is it open?
You check the front door, and at that point, the ghost star reappears out of the tree and starts swirling around you again.
Hi, friend. I've never met one like you before. Um, I have a friend who would love to meet you. A friend who's very much a friend of Mystimon in general, and I think someone who could be a great friend to you too. Um, so Sor is in that direction, right? And he points where it first flew off to.
And it starts flying off in that direction again.
Okay, all right. So we'll come that way. I need to check inside first just to see if maybe Sor left his comm stone here and anything else. And my friends, they're gonna want to come too. They're gonna be your friends too, right? He's got no clue whether it talks.
It starts swirling around that tree, that same tree.
Is Sor near the tree?
You don't see anything.
Okay. So so Tarek is going to start calling out for Meek and the others to possibly come back to the front. Hey, I found a friend. You might want to come join me.
He comes out like, kind of, no, slightly comes along and says, friend, what are you talking about?
Friend!
I have a friend, and I start pointing towards where the ghost star should be.
Friend!
Do we see it?
Yeah, you see it.
So,
That's an oversized freaking lightning bug.
yeah, this might very well be the one that was misnamed a deadlight before.
At that point, it goes into the tree again, and about a second later, you see this little tiny door appear on the front of the tree, and this door opens, and out comes this rabbit that seems to be wearing a blue jacket, and make me a nature check. Okay,
Wait a second.
Tarek, you recognize this rabbit Mystimon as a Penza. A Penza. And
Penza, okay.
it's wearing a little blue jacket, and it starts hopping up to the cabin, and it says, "Hello, hello." It's actually talking to you.
Hi. So it's a pleasure to meet you. We're looking for a friend of ours who is staying here at the cabin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would love some coffee and conversation right now, but I'm so sorry. I must go. I'm so late, it would seem. Oh, so late. Do you know the time?
I'm gonna roll survival and see if I can figure out what the time is.
Yeah, Meek just like looking at it, tilting his head, he's like, what the fuck?
I'm talented at a variety of things, so hopefully that's enough to get like an approximate time.
Yeah, you think the time is about 6:30 midday p.m.
So yeah, it's approximately 6:30ish or so.
Oh, I'm so
What
late. I'm so late. I'm so late.
you might be considered early at that point then.
Oh, you don't understand. I'm so late. And it starts hopping out back towards the forest. Make me a let's see. Make me a society check.
Okay.
21. You think that you think you're not sure, but you think that this talking Penza might be it sounds like a character from a old fairy tale. You can't remember the name, but it sounds familiar.
Might have been something I read in the past. So, are you familiar with the Ghost Star here?
Ghost Star? I don't
Yeah,
know. Is it a friend of yours?
seems to be a friend of mine and someone we're looking for too. You didn't happen to meet a
Oh,
young man where you're from.
oh, I'm so sorry. I would love to answer questions, but I must go. I'm so late.
It does seem to be so.
Me has his head tilted, scratching his head. He says, "What the fuck?"
So is the front door open? Is it like unlocked?
You find it unlocked, yes.
So I guess we'll follow along. Is that what you want, Mr. Penza?
My name isn't Penza. My name is Harry.
Ah, you are a Harry Penza. I get it.
Yeah, Meek.
Tark,
It's like you go about the phone. Is the Meek just like look at the others, look at Tarek, and look at the thing? It's like just shrug your shoulder. Eh,
This must be one of the weirdest things you've ever seen.
so yeah, this is
Apparently a character out of a fairy tale.
yeah. So we're gonna take a peek inside, and Harry, if you want to stick around, we can join you. Maybe we can get you there faster. How about that?
Oh, that sounds lovely. Do you have coffee?
We might inside. Let's take a look.
Oh, lovely. I hope you have Quatrican.
I don't know. Let's take a look inside. So I open the cabin door.
You open the cabin door. Harry Penzas hops into the cabin, says, "Ooh, coffee, coffee, coffee."
Does it look like until Harry came in that anyone else had been sort of messing with things in here? Does it look lived in?
Make me a perception check.
doesn't Harry eyes look like they're bugged out too? When he says,
This is the dangers of caffeine abuse.
Oh, that was almost a 1.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm rather glad it's not a one.
Just call this GM shenanigans.
yeah. Yeah, too bad Mela is missing out on this. Yeah. Every second goes by, and me just look at everybody else and like, are you seeing this shit?
The party's all scratching their head, unsure what to make of this character. Bella is certainly missing out. Harry Penza is hopping around the room. We got a 24 on perception from Tarek. That's a good roll. And Tarek, other than the now rabbit prints around the floor, it looks like there's a layer of dust around this hard wooden floor, and as you come in, you seem to come in right into the bedroom. As you see this big king-size bed here.
And dust everywhere.
Yeah, there is dust everywhere. There's a thick layer of dust everywhere. Other than the rabbit prints.
Right. Nope, no coffee in this room. Looks like a sleeping place.
Oh, why would anyone go to sleep? There's no time! Let's just say Meek is a bit distracted and befuddled on what's going on here.
Sleep is really important, though. You should make sure you set aside the time to have enough sleep.
But coffee! There's no time!
Yeah, Mickey's like mother to himself. I think he drank the whole freaking case of perfume in one shot. It's still feed out like that. Yeah, that guy, you must have joined the whole freaking case in one shot to be that wired.
Is the Ghost Star coming in with
The
the
ghost,
Penza, or
you don't see the ghost star anywhere.
yeah? Do Ghost Stars have any kind of like tradition of creating illusions or anything?
Make me a lore skill, ghost lore or whatever. Make me a check on that.
That is trained, by the way.
No, they don't. All that's really known about ghost stars is that they seem to appear before someone and then drift off into yonder.
And they don't usually try to communicate either. You know what? While I'm in here, I'm also gonna use one of my innate magical abilities, detect magic,
Okay.
and it's heightened to 4th level. And I'm sending out a pulse that registers the presence of magic. And as long I can detect illusion only if it's a lower level than my detect magic spell. In other words, 4th level.
Meek says, I may have some pity for this wabbit. So much caffeine leads to stomach aches and down to Hershey squirts. I don't think I want to know.
Diarrhea, cha cha cha.
Yep.
So, what was that? You're detecting magic, right?
Yep, I'm casting detect magic, and anything 4th level or lower. I should be able to detect any magic in the building, but
Yeah.
4th level or lower illusions also are clearly illusions to me.
Yeah, this is clearly an illusion to you.
So there are illusions going on here, including the Penza.
The Penza is the illusion.
I'm gonna peek back out. Is the Ghost Star an illusion as well?
Yeah, I
You
remember said, damn it,
you
Ray.
don't see it, but no.
Okay. I'm going to continue through, and I'll continue making idle conversation with the Penza for now, because someone's going to a long distance to create an illusion for us.
Does Tarek say something this thing is illusion? So I can
No,
disbelieve it?
I haven't said that to anyone. Actually, I will lean down to each person as we go through the door and lightly whisper to them that the Penza is an illusion, and that we should keep our eyes open for who's creating it.
Oh, okay. So can I disbelieve the illusion? Since
Dis
I, since, since
disbelieve
I now
illusion.
know, yeah, I will disbelieve it. Like, okay, since I now know that this rabbit is an illusion, I can disbelieve it. See what it is, and see what the source is.
Make a will save.
Damn.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you definitely think the Ghost Star is the source, which seems really odd because Ghost Stars shouldn't be able to do that.
And I look at those. I believe the source is from that thing, and it's unusual because normally don't do that. Unless there's a ghost star just happened to eat a magic mushroom by accident.
Yeah, you don't know.
Nope. So maybe it's some type of more advanced evolution. We don't know. So
Okay.
in the other rooms, are we seeing anything else here? Any clues? Anything else?
Make me a perception check as you come down. As you come out of the bedroom, you go down these stairs that snake around in a kind of half spiral, and it goes down into the lower area. And
Wow.
you see a thick layer of dust. There's no lights on anywhere. You see a thick layer of dust, but it looks like there's a pile of junk food here, and looks like he was playing some games with himself.
Solitaire.
Yeah, stuff like that. And because he was like reading some books, you see some books around here.
Anything particular about the books?
Well, one of them kind of seems to be buried, but you see one that has a rabbit on the front. It has a Penza on the front.
Does it say down the rabbit hole? Since we're not going to use the actual the title.
Yeah, actually it does.
Hey, Harry, check this out.
Ah, it looks like a book. I love books, don't you?
I'm fascinated. It looks like somebody made a great picture of you.
I wouldn't know. Now where's that coffee? And starts hopping around looking for the coffee.
So when the Penza illusion is hopping around, it's still leaving footprints.
Yes.
Ah. So Harry, if you do find the coffee, let me know. Where do you normally get your coffee?
Oh, from the trees.
Coffee trees.
Nah, me totally different. Can I make a survival nature check or something? I don't think that coffee grows on trees.
Maybe it does in the fairy tale. You don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't grow on trees in the real world. Maybe in the book, but
not as a
Maybe
liquid.
no.
The
As a
beans.
beans that comes from like a plant stalk, almost like a
cherry.
yeah.
It's the pit of a
Yep.
cherry.
So have you found any coffee yet?
No, no. How do you find your way around this place? Why do people make such mazes?
Might be the poor lighting. Maybe we should turn up the lights some.
Maybe.
Okay. How about you get that light over there, and I'll get this light over here.
And me like, I think the coffee is actually at that cabin. We can look there.
This
Yeah,
is
we're
the
at
cabin.
the cabin.
This is the cabin.
We are in the cabin.
Yes.
Yep, we're inside the cabin.
Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs into the cabinet and try to look for coffee.
The upstairs is the bedroom.
Oh,
Downstairs is
okay.
the is everything else.
Okay, I'm gonna look in the cabinet and see if I can find a bag of beans.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Tarek will use the flint and steel to light one of the lanterns around here.
You find one that is actually a gaslit, and you just turn up the gas and it lights. And
Do I find coffee? Yes, no, or I just find tea?
Light spreads around the house, the cabin, and Meek finds an empty bag of coffee. It's empty. Unfortunately.
Well, yeah, he was looking for something, right? He's totally out. No wonder he wants coffee.
And as you turn on the light, Tarek, you turn around and you find Harry is gone. And as you look around, the ghost star appears right directly in front of you. And it starts swirling around your head. And then it starts going towards the stairs.
Back upstairs again?
Yeah, it's going towards the stairs. And
we were up there, right?
You think it wants you to follow it.
Yeah, Mick's still busy with a bag of empty coffee beans. So like he's looking at it, puts the bag upside down. Nope, no problem.
So is that back up the stairs we came down?
Definitely no coffee.
Yeah, just back up the stairs that you came down.
So yeah, I'll step back up to the top of the stairs, but remain in the doorway.
And it's going towards the door.
Okay, I'm gonna stay. My friends need to come with me. We gotta go outside, right?
It starts swirling around the door.
Okay, give us a second. We're slow sometimes, so we don't pick up right away.
And as you turn, make me a perception check. You see some steam form in the window again, and it spells out the letters Leave. Meek is still downstairs looking for coffee.
Yep, we're gonna leave. That's definitely the right call. Should Harry come with us too?
And more steam, and it spells the letters Leave.
Okay, so we'll get Harry too. We got to get all of us to go. Harry, I think you need to bring the others up here. We all have to leave.
Meek, as you're looking around, you don't see Harry anywhere.
Hey, it looks like hey, what's that furball goat? Wait, I'm a furball too.
And Kawhi's looking around, dude. She's like, where'd my friend go? I miss my friend.
Yeah, it's strange. Harry is supposed to join us, I think.
Did Harry just went to a hole, fell into the hole or something?
You don't know.
I just go ahead, since I already know that Harry's a loser anyways, I was like, yeah, I'm just go upstairs.
And bring Kawhi and Ira with you.
Yeah, turn around, because you guys coming? Come
But
on.
I want my friend. Ira kind of motions her. Come on.
Yeah, me to look at it just after hearing Kawhi, I was like, just face palms. Sheesh. And it turns back around and goes up the steps.
But my friend.
It's an imaginary friend.
And Ryra says, "Shh, don't tell her that."
I think I might be a little too late for that. I already said it.
What's imaginary?
Something you make up. Make believe.
But I didn't make it up. It was right there.
Well, was there? What is the word?
You eventually get her upstairs, and the ghost star is a really it's really active, swirling around the door, and it keeps spelling out the word Leave.
Leave. Leave. Which leaves is talking about? Leaves on the ground or leaves to get out?
And
Either one.
As it's doing this, you look out the window. The night is starting to fall. The sky is getting darker and darker. And as you approach the door, just as the ghost star starts to look a little happy that you're finally following it, you hear a screeching cry. Kind of piercing through the entire woods.
What the hell?
So, not coming from anywhere in particular, just all over, all around.
All around. And now the ghost star stops, and it's kind of floating out the door. Then it floats back inside. And it goes down towards the stairs.
So we're not leaving right now, huh?
I guess.
Unless it would, or unless it's trying to warn us that we need to leave, but too late.
Do you need our protection? Tarek asks the ghost star.
It's it started to go down the stairs.
Let's close the door.
Alright, I'm gonna. Yeah, we can close the door. Dude, is there like a bar or something? We can just bar the doors, so just in case there's actually something out there. And maybe plank the windows too, just in case.
Well, there are some really big curtains on these windows, so you can draw the curtains.
Okay, we can draw the curtains, but I feel better if we actually can plank the windows too. But if it can't see us, we can't see it, and probably don't want to know what it is.
Well, probably not possible to plank the windows because it's the front of the cabin there, and on the bedroom side is just one big sheet of glass.
Okay, we need a table, cabinets, everything. Put this damn thing, make a wall out of this. So pretty much every damn furniture in the house we probably have to use if we're going to do that. And maybe the framing of the house just collapse on us too.
And Tarek, what do you think?
Tarek's not so worried about boarding up the windows, but he will lock the door for a measure and then go downstairs to talk to the ghost star.
So
Meek doesn't know that Quack can talk to these things.
No, he doesn't know that yet.
Nope, not yet. I don't know if Tarek knows that yet either.
Does Tarek know?
Does Tarek know?
That Koi can talk to Mystimon.
Tarek has seen it, but not really processed that any Mystimon.
And she says, I think it's scared. I don't know why.
Scared of what?
I don't know.
Well, where that noise was, I don't blame it. Because that caused my goosebumps to have goosebumps. And I'm covered in fur.
What's a goosebump?
It's your, where your hair grows out a little pure. It comes to a bump where you're chilly or cold or scared out of your mind.
I don't like being scared.
Hey, you know that feeling? You know that feeling when you get when you say the hair stands at its end? Yeah, that's what I mean, goosebumps.
Ira is kind of wrapping her arm around her. So, Tarek, what are you doing?
Tarek is going to approach the Ghost Star and say, so, is there something out there that's hunting you?
A moment later, the Ghost Star kind of goes into one of the books that's sitting on the floor. And out from the book comes a Yagla with a hunting rifle, it looks like. You gotta find that nasty rabbit! Squawk!
So, did the Ghost Star get you for help?
Ghost Star? I see no Ghost Star. You see that nasty rabbit?
We haven't seen the rabbit. You should keep your eyes out, though it might be outside.
Outside? It starts going towards the stairs.
Does that light thing, whatever it is gone, but that illusion's there?
Yeah. Ghost Star has disappeared, and now there's another illusion.
Oh, great. You read so much. You've been reading way too much books. So let me look at every damn book and say it could possibly that it could be illusion. Yeah, you've read every book. I have a feeling that Ghost Star, wherever it is, read every damn book and is popping up all these illusions. Like it's part of his own little world, little story.
Who knows? Who knows?
It's part of what's keeping it, I don't know, entertained.
Who knows? So,
well, if a creature tends to be alone, it tends to make things up and keep itself entertained before it drives itself crazy.
At this point, it's trying. I think it's trying to drive you crazy.
Nah, Meek haven't been driven crazy yet. He just needs a fire steering wheel so he can say he got driven up the wall. But so far, he has not found a steering wheel.
Where's that nasty rabbit?
And don't tell me that little Dracula just comes along and gives him a steering wheel. Oh, really? Thanks. Wait a second.
And the Glock comes up the stairs, kind of looking around, and sees Meek, and it aims the gun at Meek. There it is!
Oh, shit!
Must fire!
I nearly died to the size of, oh no. Saw that bird when he's like, hell no.
You dodge out of the way just as the Yaglov fires.
Yeah,
you sneaky little rabbit!
Wait, what? Yeah, you look at his ears and wait, I don't have the damn long ears. And look at his tail to make sure he didn't get. Oh, okay, my tail's still good. It's one shape, one piece.
Derek, what are you doing?
Is that I'm of firm belief that that's an illusion at the moment. Although I'll stand nearby if it actually does seem to pose a danger. I want to help, and we need to protect you. I get that. We're also looking for our friend. If we can keep you safe the night, will you help us find our friend?
I must find that nasty rabbit. Run off through the stump.
I think that dragon just lost his fucking mind.
It's not a dragon. It's the Yaglot. It's the Yaglot.
Yo, well, where the hell it is? Little lizard folk.
Bird folk.
And it mistakes me for a rabbit. What the hell? It's not rabbit season.
It's rabbit season.
It's duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
GM Shenanigans.
Yeah, that's why I keep going back and forth. And I said, it's rabbit season. So, no, it's duck season.
Rabbit season.
Adam. He probably just said, hey, shoot me now. Points the gun at his own face. Bam! There it goes.
And Gloy says, that was not a friend.
Of course not. Mistaking me for a rabbit. What the hell? I got a fluffy tip on my tail, and I got round ears. I don't have long ears with a short, puffy tail. I have a long, puffy tail.
Derek, what do you make of all this? The Yaglov with the shotguns now shot itself after Meek tricked it.
Right. Again, I'm pretty sure it's just an illusion, right? So, is there down here, is there anything that we could use to communicate, like anything glass that we could use around here? Is there a mirror, maybe?
The ghost star comes out of the book now with this trail of letters with it. And the trail of letters kind of form in the air, in midair. And it says, hunting you.
I believe that. Um, is this another of your kind that's hunting us, or is this something that's also hunting you?
And it says, it forms some more letters in midair, and it says something else.
Okay. So we'll batten down here, and we'll keep you safe. And tomorrow we should be able to find Soar, but I don't think it's safe for us to leave now.
It starts swirling around your head.
I really wish I could talk to you better.
It's happy, says Kawaii.
Well, it does seem happy. I don't know if we can trust just how it moves, though. I mean, you know how you can make a face, you can make it look happy, but it doesn't make it happy, right? I mean, can we
I
truly imagine?
I sense happy.
Okay. That's one more thing to put into the back of Tarek's mind, and yet another reason why we're gonna have to have a conversation soon. Okay, so it's happy. That's good. Let's stay here. Let's be safe. And there's no way to ask it questions right now other than basic stuff. Did you know Soar?
And it flies over to a mirror that's at the far end of the room.
Yep.
Steam forms in the mirror, and it says, "Friend."
Awesome. That's important. I'm hoping we can find your friend because Mom is really concerned about him. And it'd be good to make sure that he's okay.
More steam forms, and it says, "Bomb?" Question mark.
His mother, yeah. Soar came here to find himself, and his mother's concerned about him and wants to make sure he's okay.
Hey, I found coffee. Nick was digging in his pack.
That's awesome.
It was kind of moldy.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know that we want to eat moldy coffee. If you want to boil some water, though, that's fine.
Well, it might help to wet it. If I did want coffee, it didn't say it was fresh or bad. So this coffee's coffee, right?
I think the rabbit was just a story.
And it started, oh yeah, that's right.
Soar
Throws the coffee back in the bag.
to the Ghost Art Tarek will add. So Soar read you the stories, is that true?
It forms more steam, and it says, "I read."
You are a very unique Mystimon. And I have a feeling you're kind of unusual for your kind. That's our word of the day, I think.
Weird is kind of the word of the month for this group.
So,
Just wait till Saturday.
sure.
Bella died. How is
Well,
she
at
communicating
least
with us? how, how is she communicating with us?
it is the hidden archive. So, so while we're hiding here in the house, we're
we're
finally
having
making contact.
we're having a sort of a funny little conversation with our one of our other players. Sorry, folks, you can't see this. I am so sorry people cannot see this. Maybe that too. Who knows? She's weird. So it seems Mystimon Saga has crossed over with Looney Tunes.
To a degree.
And as it gets later and later, the Ghost Star seems to get shyer and shyer. It's getting. You think it's getting scared. And Meek, where are you?
Up some room that's away from the big window.
That would be downstairs.
I said away from the big window.
Yeah, that would be downstairs. The big window is upstairs.
Okay, I'd be downstairs. I'd be in the kitchenette area. And going through some supplies. And see if it can like make some stew tonight. But unfortunately, you have to go out to hunt. For meat.
Make me a survival check. I mean, you could make a survival check to subsist within the kitchen's doors, right?
Yeah. As long as I don't blow myself up, I'm good.
That makes sense
right?
to me. 29. You've had some stuff that hasn't gone bad.
Yeah, take some jerky, let it soak in water for a little bit so I can tenderize it, so the meat can soften, make some stew.
And as you're doing that, you suddenly hear that shrilling shriek again.
Every hair on his body stood at end. And goosebumps have goosebumps. His hair standing over his body like eyes wide and just like, what the fuck? Damn it! Especially when I'm trying to cook.
And Tarek, what are you doing?
Actually, one thing I should mention is that while you do feel a reasonable sense of concern, as long as you're around me, or at least reasonably close to where I am, and that would include the Ghost Star at this point, you don't feel quite as scared as you might normally.
That's why the Ghost Star seems to be floating around you more often.
Because I have the ability, one of my class abilities actually allows me to lessen the amount of, or lessen the level of fear by 1 degree. that people experience. So people
Right.
just feel more calm.
Right. And
So
Koi's having fun with the Ghost Star too, and she's like, I like my new friend.
Yeah, Meek
no,
finally walks up the stairs and, hey, guys, stew's ready.
awesome.
Will you guys see him? Every hair on his body stand out in. Looks like got his hair brushed forward, looks like, but he just like shaking a little bit. Dude, I don't know what that noise was, but damn, he walked back down the stairs.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something to listen to.
Not really. I don't think I want to hear it ever again.
Well, stick close. You should be okay. So yeah, no, we'll invite the Ghost Star to come join us at the table too, and yeah, we're just gonna have a meal together.
Yeah, over time, as we're having a meal, like his hair finally goes back down. It was staying in for a while.
Yeah, it's one of my champion feats. One of the tenets of good champion feats is aura of courage, and that's one of the ones that's there.
That's a good one. Especially when stress checks come in.
As long as you're within 10 feet.
And we're at a table where everybody's within 10 feet. Should be.
Yep.
Let's hope we don't have to put it to the test with stress saves.
Hopefully not. So I assume it's pretty good food.
Yeah, it's
rolling pretty good.
Yeah, it's great. Roll me a crafting check. I should have asked you to do that.
No,
it's terrible.
it's terrible, but it's edible.
It's utterly terrible. You know what? Both of you have a story point. Maybe make it turn it around from utterly terrible, the worst cookie you've ever had, to
Wow.
the best cookie you've ever had. That's how you turn around.
Yeah, that's oh yeah, I almost forgot salt and pepper. Just remember to add salt and pepper to it. Adds a little flavor to it.
You never forget the seasoning. Shake the freaking mouse. Never forget the seasoning. Damn it.
Yeah, he remembered to put it in at the last minute before he served it. Oh,
never
shit.
forget the seasoning. That's one of my pet peeves, when people forget seasoning.
just as basic like salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper adds a lot.
Just that alone is enough. Yeah, and added a little more, some more spices and herbs. That just chef's kiss. Especially when the spices and herbs really work together with the dish. But I digress.
It depends on the spice.
Yeah, I digress.
And it depends what's in the food.
Sorry, folks, we're just talking about food. Make ourselves hungry. And making the Ghost Star hungry, making it wish it could eat.
Okay, the first roll, it didn't smell right, but actually tastes pretty good. There we go. How's that? It didn't smell appeasing, but it tastes good.
Never forget the seasoning.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Hey, who's whispering?
That's me. Rabbit season.
You just look at that. Who's whispering in my ear? His ears twitch a little bit up. Go back to eating chow.
Rabbit season.
Hey, whoever's doing that, stop!
Anyways, Derek, what are you doing as you're chowing down?
I'm telling stories and just generally trying to keep spirits up, enjoying the food and complimenting the cook. I've never tried Meek's cooking before, and it's better than some of our companions have done in the past.
I think I knew who it is, but that's how the character does.
Indeed, indeed. And just as you're about to finish, the lights go out. And you hear the shrilling shriek once more.
Is it closer or inside?
It's closer.
Like it's inside.
It doesn't sound like it's inside, but it's definitely closer.
So it's outside. Since it's dark, I have low light vision. I'm not sure I can see anything. Maybe through the cracks of the curtains, see what the hell's out there.
You look out, and you see a shadowy figure just sitting on a low-lying branch on that tree with the boulder next to it. It's just
What's
sitting there.
what's the silhouette looks like? Humanoid or something else?
It looks humanoid, and it looks like it has large wings, but you're not sure. But one thing that really catches you off guard is its eyes. You can see these big, glowing, red orbs right where its face is, and it's just looking in your direction. And it's looking straight at you.
Ears completely fold down. He slowly
It
walks back.
doesn't. Oh, your ears kind of fold down, and you're
Yeah.
walking back.
Yep. I'm walking backwards quietly as much as I can. Try not to bump into something.
Make a stealth check.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
You have not been rolling well today. You trip over a plate and fall
How
backwards.
the hell I trip over a plate?
You trip over something and you fall over backwards.
I probably tripped over the bare rug. Book.
Yep. You fall over backwards, you land on your butt, and take a little damage. Take 4 bludgeoning.
Damn.
Ouch.
That's a lot just for a trip. Have a nice trip. See you next fall.
And Tarek, what are you doing? As
I'm
your Fred just falls over backwards, lands on his butt.
in the same room.
Yeah.
I didn't fly on my butt. I fell on my back. And I'm like, oh, that hurt. Something stick me in my back. Ow.
You're okay?
I don't know. I think my key just shot. Yeah, I look around. So that look like a bear rocket. They got stuck by the tooth.
Yeah, that was a critical failure.
Yeah. I tripped and fell over the bear rug's head. Got stuck by the tooth.
I can help you with that, or you can rest up. What were you looking for?
I was looking outside. I saw a big old large shadowy figure perching on a tree branch by the boulder. And it felt like it knew I was there. It was completely staring at me. Kind of freaked me out. So before I know it, I'm on my ass.
How about you go sit down at the table? Let me see what I can do. Tarek's gonna go over and look out the window and see if he sees what Meek saw.
It's not on the branch. Now it's actually in the middle of the field, getting closer. It seems to be getting closer. It's just standing there in the middle of the field, looking straight in your direction. It's this big, it's this shadowy humanoid figure with wings. It's big wings and really big, glowing red eyes. Just
Is
staring.
this
Just staring at
something
you.
that would be better to do religion check with, or more of like a spirit lore, or what?
Try occultism or spirit lore. Something like
Okay.
that. A critical
Wow.
success. And Tarek, you kind of just... You start stepping back as you realize...
We're gonna die.
Ah. That's not a Mystimon.
No.
Okay. So, yeah, I would say that it's probably worth. Where is there a more inner room than this one? Is there a more sheltered room?
Yeah, downstairs.
So, folks, I think we should finish our meal downstairs.
I agree.
Let's bring the stuff downstairs. Why don't we? And I'm just gonna keep everyone calm, no cause for alarm, and we'll all go downstairs.
And as you head down the stairs, Tarek, you look at the direction of one of the smaller windows downstairs,
Yep.
and you see the figure. You see this shadowy figure on the other side of this curtain. It's like suddenly there's this silhouette in the curtain, just right there.
Okay.
There's more to one.
So at the window in the curtains.
Yeah. You see this silhouette.
All right. So, not making an aggressive move, but calmly moving over there, Tarek is going to close the curtains.
Well, the curtains are closed.
So it's on the other side of the curtains.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say, okay, folks, finish up the meal, and I'll just keep an eye for now, and I'm going to unholster my weapon, but there's nothing to be worried about. I'm very capable and happy to stay here for now.
And Koi whispers, "What's that?"
It's nothing that wants to help us, but I think as long as it stays outside, we're fine.
I sense bad thing.
It doesn't. It's not a nice creature, but that doesn't mean we need to live in fear.
The ghost star is kind of hiding underneath the couch.
Yep, it's worth staying out of sight. I think I'm just going to plan to stay up for a good portion of the night.
So Tarek is going to be the first watch. What about Meek? Is Meek going to stand watch at all tonight?
Yeah, he's gonna take a second watch.
I don't think Tarek is going to sleep.
Okay. So Tarek's kind of a little freaked out. It seems like.
Tarek is putting up a strong face, and Tarek as a protector, as a somebody who tries to keep others safe, doesn't feel like it'd be wise to sleep.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And he's not saying at all what this is.
I think that might cause more fear if I say, other than, yep, it's not a nice thing, and we should probably, um, you know, get rest.
Okay. So, Meek, do you sleep at all? Do you think you're going to sleep
Yeah,
at all?
I don't know. Let me make a will save to see if I'm going to can sleep or not.
Sounds good. I think people are kind of on edge.
He's a bit on edge. He probably won't be able to sleep that much. He end up being a light sleeper because be just laying there with his eyes open. It's a oh boy.
Ira and Koi are kind of cuddling together. Ira
Yeah,
seems
Meek's
to
pretty much.
Ira seems to
Yeah,
be comforting Koi. She seems really scared. Koi seems really scared.
Yep.
yeah. Meek just laying there, just have his like weapons that ready.
Just as a point of note, the two things that are at play right now is Aura of Courage, which allows me to reduce the condition value of Frightened by 1, and every time I would reduce my own Frightened condition, everyone else's within 15 feet goes down by 1 as well, which is a pretty sweet deal. And the other one is No Cause for Alarm, which allows me, if there is any kind of panic, I can attempt a diplomacy check to reduce the panic. And allies can just accept it without fighting me on that.
All right.
So yeah, I'm trying to keep people calm, and I am waiting with weapon ready, just in case it decides it wants to get a little more violent. We'll see.
Yeah, right now the silhouette, the figure is just standing there on the other side of that curtain.
And this is one of those things where, like the ghost star I felt safe talking to, I don't feel like I want to talk to this.
I don't think you want to talk to this. No.
Nope. So no, well, I'll just keep an eye on you guys. Get the rest. And hopefully it will just decide that there's something else more interesting out there.
The hours pass. And the figure just stays there.
It's my plan too.
And the hours pass some more. And around 3 a.m., it vanishes. But you hear, moments later, these scratching sounds on the glass window upstairs. It's just scratching at that glass window.
Okay.
Meek is still awake. He's hearing this. Not good.
Is there a doorway to that upper room?
There's just a stairwell that goes all the way up there. There's no door.
Alright, folks. I'm just gonna look upstairs. You can all continue to rest down here. And he says it quietly just in case people are actually asleep. And
Yeah, after hearing the tiger just walking away, I was like, Mickey just all of a sudden just sits up. So, it looks at the other two. It's like, I stay guard while he goes to look.
that's a pretty good stealth roll for myself, and I will slowly climb the stairs and get a peek and see what's going on.
So you look up into the room. You look towards the window. You see this figure on the other side of the glass, just scratching at the glass. And make me a will save.
Okay.
You are frightened 1.
Okay.
There's just something about that gaze. Something about those eyes that seems to pierce through your soul. And really it really sets you off edge.
About 6 seconds that sets in, and then it should clear out based on the aura of courage.
Yeah.
So for about 6 seconds, it is kind of chilling. Okay. And it's sitting there scratching at the window.
Yeah.
And I guess this is where I have to stand now.
It continues.
You know what? It's looking at me, right?
Yes. Scratching at the window.
You know, 2 can play this game. So it's scratching at the window, and it's trying to freak me out. I'm going to return the favor by giving it I have intimidating prowess.
Oh.
And I don't have to speak, we don't have to share a language, but I can physically menace it, so I will stand and look as powerful as I can, and I will get a +1 circumstance bonus to my intimidate check, and I don't get the penalty for lack of shared language. And I'm going to do, so it's this roll +1
Okay.
is what I'm doing as a response.
Okay.
31.
31. And that's against its will DC.
Yep.
It backs away from the window and then flies up. And now you start hearing footsteps across the roof.
Okay.
Kind of like make the sense that it's just padded feet or just hooves I'm hearing.
It's not hooves, it's just feet.
Okay, but it's pretty heavy.
Yep. So, yeah, I'm going to start to stalk through the room underneath where it is, because if it decides to get a little more aggressive, I need to be ready. That worked. I did not expect that.
Yeah, you hear these footsteps across the roof for a good hour. Then it stops. And Meek, downstairs, you start hearing scratching sounds at the other side of that side door.
I silently go over to the door and I double check the locks and make sure there's a crossbar across that door too.
There's no crossbar.
Not good. Make sure that the door is locked. But I'm going to go over there stealthily, so I try not cause
Yeah.
any alarm.
Yeah, it's locked.
Oops. I stepped on one of the girls by accident. One of those screams.
No, you just tripped over the end of the couch and just fell over on the couch and landed on top of them. They're like, "Hey!"
Yeah, I say hear someone says, "Hey," I'm like, "Shh." Damn, what the hell? I'm usually better than this. Guess indoors is not my cup of tea. Outdoors, my playground.
You are not rolling well today.
No, I'm not. It's not my day.
Maybe the dice is trying to tell you you're playing the wrong character.
Maybe.
And Tarek, what are you doing?
I assume I heard the fall downstairs.
Yeah.
And the cursing.
All right, so I'm gonna make my way back downstairs now. What's going on? Why are we making more noise than we need to here? What's happening?
Yeah, you see Mika land face plant in front of the doorway, and he just puts his arm up and points out the door.
Oh, friend, and Tarek comes over and helps pick Meek up. Oh, there's the door. Okay, so not knowing that Meek just did this, Tarek goes over and checks the lock.
Yeah, it's locked. And you still hear those scratching sounds on the other side of that door.
Okay.
So there's more than one. One's on the roof and one is at the door.
You don't hear the
Maybe.
footsteps anymore. You don't hear the footsteps anymore.
Yep. So moving back from the door and back next to Meek again, Tarek crouches for a second and says, "So, this is not a surprise to you, but the thing outside is not friendly, and
I can sense that.
it will probably just keep up at this until the day. But I don't think that our friend the Ghost Star is the problem that people have been having around here. I think that creature's the thing that's been taking folk in the area.
Can it be dealt with?
I don't know. I mean, if it comes in, I don't think it's gonna want to get a piece of my Morning Star. But yeah, it's gonna hold its own too. So, what I would say is we want to give ourselves the best tactical advantage. So I'm gonna look around. Is there any heavy furniture here? Something really weighty?
The couch that the girls are laying on?
Yeah, I'm not gonna move that right now. And I don't want to send them back upstairs.
The bookcase?
Is there something I could actually sort of jam underneath the door handle?
There's a chair.
Can I sort of place the chair under the door handle so as to make it very difficult to push from the outside?
Sure.
All right, so I'm gonna attempt to sort of bar the door.
Okay, make me a survival check as you do that.
Okay.
It doesn't matter survival.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a kind of survival.
yeah, you managed to bar the door.
Okay.
It's still
So that'll
scratching at
help
the
a
door
little.
though.
I don't want to encourage it. I think trying to stare it down earlier was probably the best I'm gonna do. So, um, yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
And Meek goes after the stew again.
Yep. Keep that up.
And
Is the
after
ghost still hiding under the couch too?
yeah. And after about another hour, now it's about 5 in the morning, the scratching at the door stops.
Okay.
And then you hear it actually bashing the door upstairs.
Okay, I'm going back upstairs. And it's pounding on the door?
Yeah, it's pounding on the door. Now it's a little aggressive.
Yeah, well, it's only got like another hour or so. Let's move the bed in the way. It's a king size bed, you said. That's gonna be a beast.
Yeah, that's going to be a beast to move, too.
I'm
Make me an
willing to do it.
athletics check. Make me an athletics check.
We can do that.
27. You managed to. It scrapes across the floor, and but you managed to move it into the way of the door.
Yep. And it's bashing on the door now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna stay pretty close to that door for now. And if I see that we're in danger of the door going down, I'll unsling my shield as well and be ready to really deal with some nastiness.
And what is Meek doing? Once the door starts pounding, Meek bites the spoon off the handle. S.O.B. That was my favorite spoon, too. Kind of swallows the spoon and kind of swallows the spoon.
Yeah, he bites the spoon part off the handle and end up swallowing the spoon as it. Oh crap! That was my favorite spoon too. He he looks at he knows that the door upstairs is being pounded and he looks at the door down here. It's like make sure that's not being messed with either.
No, it's not being messed with. Does Tarek at all say what this is?
No. I don't need to create more fear.
He does not say at all what this is.
No, I'll tell people in the morning after it's gone.
AK is banging on that door for another 30 minutes. And then it steps towards the window. That big glass window. Big sheet of glass. And now it starts looking in at you.
And I'm looking right back at it. And I got a morning star in my hand and I patting the morning star and I've got my I'm like, yeah, you want this, don't you?
it just stares at you for another 30, 40 minutes.
Yep. At one point, he even does like the whole pointing to his eyes and pointing to the creature, and just like, I'm watching you, I see you.
Then, as the sun starts to rise, it all stops. The figure is gone.
Just like disappears.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a night of sleep I'm not getting back.
Okay, let's find this sword fellow real quick if we can find him.
Yep. I
Why are
don't
you still
have
daylight?
I don't have a great deal of hope, but yeah, let's take advantage of the early morning, I guess. I assume we're fatigued now.
Yeah, as you step outside, you notice that it snowed sometime during the night. And as you
Okay.
step outside, you see these footprints all over the front porch. You see these footprints all over the place. And
Does his track lead anywhere?
what?
Does his tracks lead to anywhere other than
No,
what's around the house?
it's just going all over the place. You see these footprints going around the house, and even if as you come out to the field and you look up at the cabin, you can see these tracks out on the roof. And as you turn around and look at the house, you see these scratch marks on the door, and everywhere that it was scratching at, you can see these scratch marks.
Okay. So we need to get our friend the Ghost Star, and we need to hunt for Sora, and I think maybe it's worth getting out of here if we can't find him for the next day.
Okay, make me survival checks. As the Ghost Star starts floating off in one direction, now it's floating off in a completely opposite direction of where it was trying to go before. Because before you think it was trying to lead you out of here. Now it's leading you in a different direction.
All right, where are we going?
And as you go through the woods and following this Ghost Star, you see some tracks here and there of this creature, whatever it is. Meek is freaked out and fatigued, could not sleep for shit. No, indeed. And as you come up to a cave, the Ghost Star flies into the cave. Do you follow?
Oh yeah, no, I'm trusting it now.
And it leads you to a boy. Just sitting there in this cave. Looks scared, fatigued, and it looks like he's been here for days. It looks like he's gotten some food and such, but he is in shock. It looks like he's in shock, and fatigued and yeah, it's probably a good idea to get him and get out of here.
Is this kid has to be the one that we're looking for?
Yes, it's him. It's definitely him.
Hey, Sor. You look how I feel. I think we should probably get you out of here. How do you feel about
He
Oh yeah. So
he's
your
just in,
mother's
he's just in shock.
hey kid, your mother sent us to bring home.
And our ghost, our friend, is here, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna kneel down in front of him and sort of clean his face up a little bit and brush the hair out of his face and say, "Hey, I can carry you out of here, but your friend here wanted to make sure you were okay, and your friend led us to you. So how about you come with us so we can get you to safety?"
He seems to come with you. He seems to get up weekly.
Yep, I don't mind supporting, and depending upon how light he is, I don't even mind carrying if I need to.
Yeah.
And as soon as we can get back towards the cabin, we'll say, "Look, you're safe. It's daytime. Nothing's going to come for you. And we have some friends that are going to help make sure you're okay. And we're going to get you back to your mom. How about that?"
He doesn't say anything. He just follows you.
Okay. And I'm trying slowly but surely to try and, keep up a general pattern to, you know, sort of help him feel a little more normal. I can't take away everything, but trying to reduce his frightened level by letting him know there's no cause for alarm, and I'm gonna keep trying to sort of calm him down. Hopefully that'll help.
And Meek, what are you doing?
Help keep my eye out for any hostiles
Right.
around us.
Not much better. Just trying to calm him.
And you make it to the airship. You pack up, you fly the kid back to his mother, who is ecstatic that you found him.
Does he ever start talking?
No.
Did the ghost star come with us?
The ghost star kind of disappeared. You don't know where it went. But the mother is ecstatic. She keeps saying, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you," over and over.
After a little while, I'm going to take her aside and let her know, it may take a while for him to come out of his shell. But I would read to him. I think that might be helpful.
And she nods. "Thank you. Thank you for everything."
I'm gonna do something a little late, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do one more of those detect magic things again.
Okay.
And I'm looking for illusion here.
There's no illusion.
Okay.
You sure that kid was not illusion? Okay.
Yep. The last thing I want to do is bring her back an illusion, and the ghost star is just using this to get some companionship,
But you make it back to the ranch, and days later, a book just falls off a shelf, and some letters just form on the floor. HE LLO.
Yay!
It
We have a new
followed you.
friend.
It followed you back to the ranch.
It's a
And
good place for it.
that is where I am going to end today's session. That is exactly where I got that idea.
I
And
figured.
so the Ghost Star Rider, as I have come to calling it, that is actually going to act as my way of giving you the GM hint for the story points.
Okay. So, after we're well away from things and after the child is dropped off,
Yeah.
I will turn to Meek and let Meek know that thing we were dealing with out at the cabin was Mothman.
It looks at it like, what?
You
And
know how
what?
you wanted to find weird? That was weird.
Yeah, you had a bit of a frightening night and a weird night all at the same time. But you made a new friend. A ghost star that seems to communicate to you with written words and create illusions.
Nice.
Which seems it seems really weird for a ghost star.
It's a very special ghost star.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
me
weird.
said, you guys happen to have a room?
Yes.
Because
Yes,
I need
there are
this.
rooms.
Okay. He's going to find an empty bed and go crash.
So that is where I'm going to end today's session. And I want to thank our viewers for joining us. Our next episode is going to be... Let's see, what is the next episode going to be? Our next episode is going to be The Perfect Storm. The Perfect Storm is going to be our next episode on Tuesday, on the 22nd. But stay tuned for Saturday with our next Saturday episode, What Lies Below. I will see you all then.